I had a question.
Yes, sir.
I was reading the story of Jesus' baptism the other day, and they talked about the Holy Spirit descending onto him.
Mm-hmm.
Was it always with him, or did it just descend onto him at that?
All right, that's a good question. The Holy Spirit descended in order to show the Trinity, the theophany of the Holy Trinity. Theophany is a revelation of God, an appearance of God, right? So Jesus was already full of the Holy Spirit. Now we have to be careful now when we say Jesus was full of the Holy Spirit. Which parts of Jesus was filled? Jesus is God and man, right? As God, he wouldn't be filled with the Holy Spirit. He's equal to the Holy Spirit, right? He's equal to the Father and to the Holy Spirit. All the persons of God are equal to one another, are of one essence. So in no way would we say that Jesus, the only begotten Son of God, is anointed with the Holy Spirit. But we would say that Jesus, the man, was fully anointed with the Holy Spirit, which is why we call him Christ, because Christ means anointed, at the time of the Annunciation. Jesus, when he was baptized, why was Jesus baptized? Did Jesus need to be baptized?
No.
Well, on a certain level, you could say that he found baptism to be necessary. We got a lot of food there and everything. We could move it out if we want to have another seat or whatever. So it was part of the divine plan for him to be baptized. So when he came to the Jordan, John said, "I'm not worthy to baptize you." And that's correct. But he says, "Let it be so now to fulfill all righteousness." So what is the righteousness he's talking about? Let's hear a pin drop. It's a carpet, we wouldn't hear it. So he wanted to be baptized in order to initiate the sacrament of baptism. He didn't need baptism because baptism is a cleansing and a making a person into a new creature. We heard that today, right? Not circumcision nor uncircumcision or anything but a new creature, right? So we are made a new creature by baptism. We literally go down into the water. We are drowned in the water, because when you go down in the water, that's like a burial. And then there's a resurrection unto a different person, right? You're still the same personality, everything else, but you are now capable of perfection. Now, Jesus didn't need that because he was not inclined towards sin. So he was fully man, fully God, and he's like us in all ways except he was tempted like us in all ways except sin, right? So he didn't sin. So he didn't need baptism for salvation. He initiated baptism for our salvation. And then the coming down of the Spirit in the form of a dove and the voice from heaven was in the theophany of the Holy Trinity. There you have Jesus, the Holy Spirit, and the Father all in one moment, right? There is some controversy. There are fathers who say that occurrence happened for John. There are others that think that everybody saw it and heard it. I'm not sure which is which. But definitely Jesus was not anointed by the Holy Spirit at that time. There were heresies that would say that at the time of baptism, the Holy Spirit anointed Jesus. No, the Holy Spirit just showed that he was of one akin to Jesus. He was like Jesus, right? Is that clear enough?
Yeah, that makes sense.
But baptism is absolutely necessary to be initiated into the church. And then, of course, then the rest is up to us and God's grace. I mean, just like when a baby's born, a baby's born and it's wonderful. But if you don't take care of your baby, if you don't read to your baby, etc., then they don't learn to read or whatever. If you don't discipline your child, etc., they don't grow up to be a wholesome, healthy adult, right? So when we're baptized, that's the beginning. We have everything we need at baptism, but then those things are in a germinal form for us to become fully according to the measure and stature of Jesus Christ.